Hi, I'm Dave with Dave and Jen Ignite, and I'm excited to be with you today and share about the 5 sections or the 5 segments of the New Testament. It's how it's organized. We put out a video about a year ago, maybe a little more than that, about the 5 sections of the Old Testament, how it's organized. And we had some people say, wow, I never knew that. Is there some organization to the New Testament? And the answer is yes, there is. So now that Old Testament 5 segments was over a year ago, and so I hope you're going to notice a vast improvement if you've seen that one between then and now on how we do our videos. But there's at least a good blooper at the end of that one, so we'll put a card and a link above. Plus it has great information about the 5 sections of the Old Testament. But to the New Testament today, the New Testament. First of all, abbreviations for your books of the Bible. Your Bible, in the front of it, is going to have a table of contents, and somewhere in that introduction it's going to also have a listing of abbreviations. Sometimes it's right with your table of contents, sometimes it's a different page, but you'll find abbreviations, how to abbreviate the various books of the Bible. It's in there. And what I have written down may be a little different than what your Bible has, but they are indeed the same books of the Bible, and it's organized in the same way. So here we go. Let's get started right at it here with the first 4 books of the New Testament make up that first section, and that section is called the Gospels, or their biographies of Jesus. I remember when I was just freshly saved, I was a senior in high school and excited for Jesus, and the English teacher was asking some questions, and she said something about a talent, and so I said, hey, I know about a story in the Bible that talks about the talents. And she said to me, do you know which gospel that is in? I had no clue what a gospel was. I read it in the Bible. So the first 4 books of the New Testament are called the Gospels, or the Good News, and they are biographies written by 4 different people inspired by God. So you get a little different flavor in those 4, but they're all inspired by the God and His holy word. So there you go. The first 4 books, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are the Gospels. After that comes the history section. And interestingly enough, there's only one book in this section, the book of Acts, and it's called the Acts of the Apostles. And it is exactly what it says it is. It's the history, it's the Acts of the Apostles from when Jesus was preparing and ascended into heaven till the first works of the church and where the church gets established. So great history book. And so you have the Gospels and you have history, or the biographies and history. And just that one book there is the book of Acts. Next, we have what is called Paul's epistles, or Paul's letters. Epistle means letters. So we have Paul's letters. And these are organized, interestingly enough, it seems that they are organized based on size. The longest letter is first, Romans. And then you go through the rest of them, and they're just kind of based on how long they are. Interesting to me, anyway. But those are Paul's epistles, or Paul's letters. And so there are a number of those. Paul was inspired by God to write a number of these. Romans, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, Titus, and Philemon. So all of those are considered the Pauline, giving credit to him as the author, inspired by God, the Pauline or Paul's epistles, Paul's letters. The next segment, segment 4, are what's called the general epistles, or the general letters. So these aren't from Paul, and that's just how they get distinguished. So the 4th section are the general letters. We go with those with Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd John, 3rd John, and Jude. And again, they appear to be ordered in size. Hebrews is the longest one, and then it moves down from there. So the 4th section are the general letters, or the general epistles. And then the final section is prophecy. Now, a lot of us like to focus on this section. Once again, there's only one book in this section. It's the book of Revelation, and it is considered a prophecy, sometimes called the Apocalypse, talking about the second coming of God, second coming of Christ. So there you go, 5 sections. You have the Gospels, or the biographies. You have the Acts of the Apostles, called the history. You have the Pauline epistles, or the letters from Paul. You have the general epistles, the general letters, and you have Revelation, which is considered prophecy or the apocalypse. Well, I hope this is helpful, and if you want to memorize just the books of the Bible so you don't have to turn back to that table of contents all the time, I'll put a card above. Jennifer does a great job teaching us the books of the Bible through song, and we'll put a link to that in the above card. Well, it is great to be with you. I hope you're finding value in these videos. If you find value in this video, would you please like, subscribe, and then click on that bell to receive notifications on when we send out a new video. It's great to be with you. May God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.